Come on, baby. Tell them to subscribe so I can take care of you. Why do you smell like that? What were you doing? Why do you smell like that? What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is going on, YouTube? How are you? How are y'all? My family? Did you miss me? I missed you. Oh my gosh. My name is Bella Waldorf. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. You're popping in, you're saying hi, you're watching my videos, you're watching my short. That's fine. That's cool. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I'm thankful to be here. Thankful to be alive. Thankful to be beautiful. Thankful. Okay, we're gonna start thanking the universe for our beauty so we can get more inner beauty and outer beauty. So thank God, thank the universe that I look like this. Amen. Right? Okay. I'm coming to y'all with yet another story time. I know y'all just love my story times because I have like so many. I just been through so much BS and there's just so much I could tell y'all about, and that's why I'm here, right? Please like, comment, subscribe, show your friends, show your mamas, your daddies, show your aunties. I probably know your cousins. I don't know anybody. I don't go in my house. I go to work and I come home. But you know, share, subscribe, like, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at 10 Toes About It. I'm gonna have it on the screen right here. You know, one thing I'll say about my story times, I feel like they're very, what's the word I'm looking for? My story time, like, you don't have to sit and watch them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could put them on in the background and clean the house and like put them on while you're working, and you know, listen to, like, put them on while you're doing things that you listen to music or listen, because I listen to other story times while I'm doing stuff like that. You know, just put it on in the background, just let it play. You know, that's fine. That's cool. But, so we're back with another story time, and this story time is about headache. Because I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I'm gonna mention it now. Headache and I were friends for a very long time. We have a lot of history and I have a lot of stories, so she will be mentioned a lot. Anyway, this is the story about my very first boyfriend back in the day. The story begins back in 2005. It is at the end of 2023. 2005 was, I was 12 years old. I'm 30 now. That was 18 years ago. Back in 2005, I was 12 years old. Me and Headache was friends. I was in 7th grade. I was going to school in area. So I remember I was on my way to school. I was probably late. No, actually, I had pretty good attendance. No, I'm lying. I was late every day, but I was there every day. So, so I was on my way to school in my little uniform, because we wore uniform back then. And I'm walking to the building, and I'm like, I've always been like a daydreamer, la la land type of girl. So I'm walking, and then all of a sudden I hear, yo, hey, yo, excuse me, and I'm like. And then next to me is some dude, some boy, and I'm like, yes. Not ugly, right? Yeah. And he was like, oh, like, I really can't even remember what he said. This was 18 years ago. He was like, oh, you know, like, oh, you mad pretty, and, you know, I want to talk to you and stuff like that. And, like, this kind of stuff didn't really, like, it happened, obviously. But, you know, like, it didn't happen often. So when boys were trying to talk to me, I was mad, like, yeah. So he told me his name was Sam. I'm gonna say his name because it was 18 years ago. His name was Sam. He was trying to be a rapper because everybody in New York just wants to be a rapper. I was 12, so I think he maybe was like 13, 14 maybe. I don't really think I have accents. So he asked me my name and how old I was, and I was like, oh, like I'm going to school. He was going to school too, but he actually, now that I think about it, he was probably following me because when I got off the bus, I'm walking this way, and then after our encounter, he turned around and walked back that way. So yeah, he probably followed me off the bus, and I was so in La La Land that he probably was talking to me for a minute, and I'm just. Anyway, so he was mad cute. He had like a big old smile. He had all his teeth. He was just mad cute. Like, he was like brown skin and a little skinny petite boy. He was kind of tall, and he asked me for my email. Cause back in the day, at 12 years old, no, I didn't have a phone. I had my little dial-up DSL where you took the line out the phone, out the house phone, and you plugged it into the back of the computer. Yeah. I don't know, let me know if y'all parents did this. My mom was the only one in the house that knew how to do that. So she controlled who and when anybody got on the internet. And it was so stupid because I'm like, Ma, like I'm trying to I'm trying to email my boyfriend. Like, I need the internet. But, you know, I'm back from a time where we had to like wait for internet. So yeah. So I said it to say, I didn't have a phone, so I'm like, I can't text him. And we had the house phone, but like I'm not about to give no boy I just met my house phone number, because if my mom answer all my sisters, I'm gonna be mad, because then, you know, they're gonna cock block and be weird and say a bunch of weird ass shit. Like, no. So he asked me for my little email. I think it was like Panda Baby 13 or some shit. If you remember your first email, just know that it was embarrassing, and I know it was embarrassing. Just, if you can remember, let me know in the comments. For my email address, and I gave it to him, and then we like chatted up a little bit, and I was like, oh, I gotta go to school, and he was like, oh, why? Go to school, you know, get your education. And I'm like, you gotta go to school too, like, what the fuck. Now that I think about it, he probably was in high school, because my school was not a high school yet, and I was only in 7th grade. Yeah, so he asked for my email because, again, I didn't have a phone. And then there was social media, but there was MySpace back then. And there was there was a social media platform called Skonex. And it was mostly for just like New York City schools to classmates to connect. No one remembers Skonex. And it's kind of annoying because it's like people think I'm just making things up, and Skonex was real. It was real. Let me know if y'all remember Skonex, because I know I'm not bugging. I used to go on Skonex to talk to him. Anyway, Skonex was real, okay? Skonex and MySpace. Let me tell y'all how thirsty I was. So from the first time we met, we got off the same bus at the stop. And I figured, oh, I thought this must be the bus that he always takes to school. But the thing is, to get to that area, it was about 3 different buses that came from 3 different directions, but they were all on the same consistent bus line for like 3-4 stops. But so just my thought was, we got off of this bus together, so I'm just gonna assume that you're gonna always be on this bus. I was right though, because there was times when I was like hella thirsty, mad beastie, and I would see him on the bus in the morning and after school, because I'm waiting. I got a little boo thing. We emailing back and forth. We on Skonex back and forth. I'm gonna assume you go to school every day, so I'm gonna make sure I go to school every day, and I'm gonna wait. Get on the bus. I would get to the bus stop earlier than usual, just to make sure like I see him. Thirsty. Somebody give me some water. Thirsty. My mom one time told me I was mad thirst for boys. Yeah, so I was one of those, like, I used to make my friends wait with me for the bus. And it worked, you know, because we would see each other sometimes, and it would be mad like, hi, Sam. Like, Sam. You remember being a teenager? Ugh. So, obviously, we didn't go on dates or nothing, because I'm 12 and he's however old he is. I really don't know how old that man was. I never asked him. I was just like, you're cute. You like me? So when we did hang out and see each other, we would go like, you know, we're like, if you're from the Bronx, you're from New York, or Staten Island, Manhattan, Brooklyn. You know what you did? Like, you met up with your little boo thing. Y'all went to the store together. Y'all would like, if there was like a nearby fast food, y'all would like sit with your friends at McDonald's and like just sit in there and talk and like be in there for a little bit. Like, you know, like that. That's what we did. That's what teenagers did. And that's what I did with him, my little boyfriend. So since I was in seventh grade. So the year before, when I was in 6th grade, elementary school, was when I was able to take myself to and from school. So like I had a little bit of freedom, but like my mom was not one of those street lights. Come on, you got to come in the house. No, you get out of school at 2:30. You're in the house 2:31. My mom was that type. For years, I was able to hang out after school once I got to like 11th grade. But that's neither here nor there. Aside from being like a little weird, thirsty weirdo, I was so it's okay, no, maybe not a thirsty weirdo, but more like a little stalker. I aside from like waiting for him to get out of school, and there was days where he didn't go to school for like days straight, so I was like outside waiting for him forever. Like everybody had already gone home, and I'm just like I Sam is not coming out of school. We all did it, so I don't feel bad. We all did some stupid ass shit for a boy in our younger days, but we were younger. I won't do that now. Back on MySpace, I created a fake page. I typed in like pretty girl on Google and found the first person I saw, the first picture. I made a fake page and tried to hit him up, and I was like, oh, you mad cute. Like I saw you out of bop school and you was waiting for the bus. He was like, mad cute and like, I like you, what's your name? And he was like entertaining you a little bit. He was like, oh, my name is Sam. Oh, you think I'm cute? And I'm like, I'm texting him, I'm typing back, I'm like and I was like, oh, you got a girlfriend? He was like, yeah, I got a girl. And he was like, oh no. I was like, oh I know, because I saw y'all together. She mad ugly. He was like, no, she's not ugly, she's beautiful and I love her. And I was like, I found him. It was oh my god, they was my first kiss. I mean, it wasn't like kissing a bunch of people, like I just don't know, but like, you know. Yeah, it was actually Sam was my first kiss. So one of the days I waited for him, my friends he was actually early. My school got out, his school got out, and we like congregated and got on the bus together. So me and him was sitting in the back of the bus. My friends was in the front. They was like, I see you, and I was like, yeah, see me. So we was in the back, and he had his little arm around me, and I'm just like, oh, this nigga right here. We was talking, and like I cannot tell y'all for the life of me anything we ever talked about, but he actually had like a really nice voice and a cute laugh. So like I like to listen to him talk, and I would like try to make him laugh. And just when I get like a giggle out of him, I just we was sitting back there talking, and my hair. We was sitting back there talking, getting to know each other more and all that stuff. And then he was like, oh, I gotta get off the bus. And I was like, oh, okay. So he had his arm around me, and he had pulled me closer. I thought we were gonna do like the cheek to cheek, cause I'm like, all right, cool. And I definitely went, took his ashy boy hand and went, and we kissed. When I tell y'all, the butterflies did not die for years after that. And we have kissed at that point like hella times, but that first kiss, man, oh my god. Like I was like, okay, bye. And then he got off the bus and I went to the bus. I was like, ah. My friends was mad ugly. It was cute. It's actually like it's fun to think about now, because it's like it was innocent, you know, like I'm a 12-year-old girl, like I just got a first kiss from my little boyfriend, and like it was really just the quick little, and like, oh my god, to be young and in love. There was one, actually I think that's all, yeah, yep, this all happened in the same year. In my 7th grade year, see, one thing about me, I've always been a performer. Anytime there was some type of talent show, I was in it. Some type of school play, I was in it. If it involved being on stage, I was doing it. You know, like I've been the Beyonce. I'm always be the Beyonce. Be the Beyonce of your friend group. No, don't be the Beyonce. Be the Kelly. Be the Kelly. I was always in somebody's talent show and all that stuff. So, a couple months later, my little after school program that I was going to in my school, they had a talent show, but we didn't have a school building, so we had to use the other school's auditorium to practice and put on the show. So we was in there practicing and rehearsing and going over to the dances and stuff like that. So there's a girl. We're gonna name her Mad Kids because now she has mad kids. She was so we're gonna call her Hella Kids because she got mad kids. This girl, she was fast. She was fast. I definitely like used to hear about her talking about like all the stuff she did with boys and all that stuff. Like she was one of those. And I remember we were in the school auditorium practicing for the talent show. And it was like some little twerk move that we had to do. Oh my god, being a teenager was so embarrassing. It was some little move we had to do, right? And we had to like pop our butt a little bit. So I didn't think I even mentioned that Sam was there. He was in the auditorium because it was his school. And when I tell you I was hyped, and my little boyfriend showed up and he was there supporting me, and I went and gave him a hug and a kiss in front of everybody. Like, oh my god, that's my boyfriend. Probably why I was in the situation I ended up in. So the way we were how was it? I mean, yeah, y'all seen auditoriums, like when you're coming down from like the high floor, it's like stairs, it's like the seats and the stairs, and then there's like another entranceway from like another floor, and there's more seats and stairs, and then there's the stage. So we're at the second level where the entryway is, and he's all the way at the top where the top level entry is. So he's sitting up there, and me and Mad Kids is down by the other entryway practicing, and we got to the little crunking part. When I tell y'all this bitch went out of her way, she seen Tina from Bob's Burgers break her back, she was doing that. And yes, she had a big butt or whatever, but it was like the situation didn't give that, so she didn't have to do that. But that's why she had mad kids. But so she was like twerking in front of my man, and I'm like, I definitely I was like, girl, because the move wasn't even that. The move was not go hard, go hard. It didn't do that. The move was 1, 2, literally the hardest you could be. You got served the entire time, and it was I promise you. And she, girl, chill out. That's why you have mad kids. I don't think did she have a kid at the time? Probably not yet. After that part, what did I do? I was a pick-me with my first boyfriend, and some weird girl was twerking her body in front of him. What you think I did? I went and I, for almost damn near Spider-Man, kissed that nigga. Girl, was kissing because you're not about to make me look stupid in front of my man, girl. What? And he wasn't even the type. Like, he wasn't. Where are you, Sam? Where are you? If you see this, and if anyone knows Sam, send him my way. He wasn't even entertained. Like, she was going hard, and he wasn't even looking. He was looking at me, because it's like, girl, like, chill out. Like, it's giving, no one looks at me. It's giving, I got a big butt, but my face look crazy. But so, yeah, I went up there and claimed what was mine, obviously. And a few months later, we met up by accident, of course. Duh. I was with Headache, and this is where she comes in at. So she and I were together waiting for him, and it's so funny because that was a day that we didn't have to wear our uniform. So we had like, I think I had on like a hoodie, like a zip up hoodie and some jeans, and she had on like jeans and a shirt or whatever. But it was like, I would say maybe like around now, this type of season, because it was not cold, but like, where's your jacket type of weather, you know what I'm saying? So we had like waited for him outside of school, after school and stuff, and we was like, yo, no, I forgot whose idea it was, but we was like, oh, like, let's not go home yet, let's go to the library. When you were a teen from New York, back in my day, you either went to the library or you went to the Boys and Girls Club. My mother wasn't trying to pay for that, so I did the free one and I went to the library. I was in the library with my man, my friend, and my man's friend. I'm gonna call him Bicycle. And if you know, you know. Anyway, so it was me, Headache, Sam, and Bicycle. We walk into the nearest library. I clearly didn't know the area because I don't know how the hell we even ended up at this library. It was mad close to the school too. It was so stupid. But so we ended up at this library. We was in there talking and, you know, not being rowdy, but like being loud and whatever. So we was in there talking and chilling or whatever. Me and Sam was like, oh, let's go for a walk. So I was like, okay. So I got up and we went outside and we just walking and holding hands. We went this way. We took a left and then a right and then a right and then left and we up and went down. We went down the street, crossed the street. Jay walked that way, went up and down the hill, went down this way, took some stairs. I don't know where we ended up, but we ended up in the back of somebody's building. We was back there making out and talking and more making out and more talking. So much so that damn near 3 hours went by. I didn't know how this time went by. And I know that it was 3 hours because I got out of school at like 4 o'clock. By the time we were done making out and talking, the sun was down. And then we walked back to the library and the library was closed. And I think the library closed at like 6. The library was closed. Headache was gone. Bicycle was gone. Oh, when we left, we didn't take our bags. We both left our book bags and our jackets and took that trek, went to where we was at, did whatever we were doing. We didn't have sex. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18, 6 years later. So I don't know. And again, nobody has a phone. Nobody got a damn phone. So we got back to the library. It's closed. Everything is gone. Nobody's there. When I panic, I walk in circles. I'm one of those. Like, stressing me out. I'm gonna walk in a circle until I can figure something out. So I'm like, oh my god, 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 what are we gonna do? He's standing there. He's like, yo, chill out. Like, it's okay. Yeah. And I'm like, boy, it's not giving what you're giving. So chill out. After panicking for a little bit, he was like, oh, let's just go home. That's all we could do. That was all we could do. So we got on the bus. And that bus stop was like the last bus stop, and where I had to get up was the first bus. So it was like from the last to the first and the first to the last. So we got on the bus, we're talking, he's trying to calm me down, and we're like kissing maybe, and I'm panicking, and then we're kissing and panicking, and then he finally gets off the bus. So I'm panicking while I'm sitting there. I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What am I gonna do? How much? Maybe if I get home before my mom, maybe it's like, oh, where'd your book bag and your jacket? Oh, I left it in school because it wasn't that hot. Why am I thinking? My mom is a teacher. Why am I thinking she would think, oh, you left your book bag and your jacket at school? My mom is around kids my age, so she knows. She's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, so. And then she's also a teacher, so that means she got out when I got out. But why would I be thinking logically? No, I'm thinking whatever could possibly make sense so that I don't get in trouble. Jesus came and resurrected us and then brought me back, and that's where my jacket is. Anything that made sense was the reason why I was late. The sun was down and I didn't have my jacket on my book bag. I got off the bus. I got to my building and I didn't have my jacket or nothing, so I had to ring the bell. I had to ring the bell because I stood outside. I stood outside waiting for somebody, but nobody came. For some reason, nobody needed to go in or out. For some reason that day, for like 20 minutes, nobody needed to go in or out that building. So I had to stand there and I had to ring the bell for her to let me in. I'm like, Mom. She's like, she didn't even say nothing. She just press the button for the door to open. I'm going upstairs. I live on like the 5th floor. I'm in the elevator. Just I get to my door and my mom knows. So she's standing there. She was standing there with the door open already. The door was already open. So I walk and I see her, and she just got the, y'all know. She got the mother look, the look that they give you when they say your first, middle, and your last name. But she didn't say anything. She just gave me the look, that look. I'm like, probably look like a stupid deer in headlights. And she got the door like blocking the rest of the apartment. And I'm like, they didn't even say nothing. And she does like this and opens the door. It's Headache, my jacket, my book bag, Sam's jacket, Sam's book bag. Oh my God. And Headache was a light-skinned girl, so she's standing there fucking crying. And I'm like, oh my God, yo. Either she whooped her ass or she's about to windmill and whoop both of our ass. Why did she bring that boy's stuff in my house? The end. So this is gonna be a 2-parter. It's not like a super duper extra long story, but I thought it was kind of cute to make it into like a 2-parter. It's fun. It's definitely one of those stories of like being young and doing stupid shit and getting into huge trouble, because as you can imagine, I got in huge trouble, and Headache was my best friend, so she also got in trouble. She got in trouble with my mother. She got in trouble with her mother. I got in trouble with my mother. And I also got in trouble with her mother. I thought my mother was gonna just like grab me up by the neck and pull me aside, and then that was gonna be the last of it. But it wasn't. It wasn't. And you're gonna see maybe next week. Like, comment, subscribe, share, fast forward, repeat, rewind, repeat. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias. 10 Toes About It. I'm gonna have it down here on the screen. This is my baby girl. Subscribe to my mommy.